I spent 2 weeks with the most mind-blowing phone of 2025 so far. Introducing the world's thinnest foldable phone with top-tier durability and water resistance, world's best performance and battery life on a foldable phone thanks to the silicon carbon battery and Snapdragon 8 Elite, 80-watt fast charging and 50-watt wireless charging. Finally, a surprise for Apple Mac users, and all of it powered by OPPO AI. This is the all-new OPPO Find N5, and I've spent about 2 weeks testing this out completely to its limits, literally. Here's why it sets the bar a little too high for foldable phones this year. As always, let's begin with the unboxing. I'm happy to report that Find N5 comes with a complete unboxing experience, including an 80-watt fast charger, a USB-C cable, and a protective case that actually looks really good. The Find N5 comes in two flavors, white and black. Both have their own kind of unique look. Let me know which one do you think looks the best in the comment section below. So in my usage, I've realized that the Find N5 finally fixes three of the biggest issues with foldables in general: design, durability, and display. Let's start with design. So check this out. It comes at just 8.9mm folded thickness, which literally humiliates the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and is even comparable to a standard smartphone like the iPhone 16 Pro Max or the Galaxy S25 Ultra. With a whopping 229 grams of weight, which is again almost the same weight as the iPhone 16 Pro Max. When unfolded, it gets even more ridiculously thin at just 4.21mm, which is almost similar to the thickness of two coins being held together. What makes this special is that OPPO was able to achieve this without any downgrade in durability, while finally setting a standard of water resistance. The Find N5 is IPX6, IPX8, and IPX9 water resistant, meaning it can survive rain, high temperature / high pressure jet water, and even accidental drop in water. I actually tested this out myself by putting the Find N5 in a tub of water for about 1 minute, and I gotta say it came out completely fine with no issues. It's really amazing to see that a foldable phone can now pull this off. In terms of the design durability, they are using the 7000 series aluminum, which is about 30% stronger compared to previous generation, along with the star of the show, which is OPPO's strongest and the most durable hinge called titanium flexion hinge. Not only this hinge is smaller and more durable, it also gave birth to an almost non-existent crease on the inner display. Yes, it's almost impossible to feel or even see the crease on the Find N5 when you're using it in most 99% normal situations. It's only when the screen is off or when you see it from a certain angle you can see it a little bit, but like I said, for 99% of usage, it is pretty much a crease-free display. It's a 8.1-inch 120Hz panel with 2100 nits of brightness. An absolute treat of a screen, which is a whopping 70% better at absorbing shock compared to the previous generation. Whether you're watching YouTube videos or playing games, this is a pretty solid screen. And I also like the fact that it's larger than my Galaxy Z Fold 6. As for the outer side, we have a 6.6-inch display, which also achieves about 20% improvement in drop resistance. And since it's a proper widescreen, comfortable smartphone-like display, all of your third-party apps will be completely optimized, so no weird aspect ratio issues with other apps. All of these new durability upgrades and water resistance kind of made me confident in this phone to use this completely case-free. I even had 1 or 2 minor drops. Still, I'm very surprised at how it has handled everything like a champ. The other thing that this fold takes to the next level is the performance and battery life. Like Samsung, this is how you do it. Despite being the thinnest foldable phone in the world, it has a much bigger battery than the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and even the S25 Ultra, coming at 5600 mAh cell, all thanks to the silicon carbon battery technology. Not just that, it's the first foldable phone to rock the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. This is a beast of a chip when it comes to playing games. Like, it can literally handle all the games that you can find on the Play Store without breaking a sweat. I even tried some PlayStation Portable emulation, trying the God of War, which worked pretty good. Even had the chance to play the OG SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, and it handled everything without any problems. By the way, Find N5 is using the 7-core version of the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Still, the performance is top-notch. Best part is the 8 Elite's efficiency plus 5600 mAh battery equals crazy battery life. Like, this thing is a legit hard to kill in a day. It really is a proper productivity, media, and a camera powerhouse. OPPO Find N5 hands down has got the best battery life that I've experienced on a book-style foldable phone. And since it's OPPO and OPPO is known for their amazing fast charging technology, the Find N5 gets 80 watt super VOOC charging, which can get you full juice in under 50 minutes. Now, as I always say, performance is nothing without the software optimization, and for a foldable phone, the software experience is more important than ever. So this has OPPO Color OS 15 based on Android 15. First thing I always test out is the animations and general smooth performance. I have to say, OPPO has really locked down their UI smoothness and optimized the overall experience to flow really well. It's a pretty clean UI that offers a ton of customization from lock screen to home screen to icons. You also have this taskbar that makes it very easy to open apps. You get proper real multitasking experience thanks to a larger screen. And of course, the cherry on top is the OPPO AI features along with the power of Google Gemini. So you've got Gemini AI that can answer some of your most complex questions, and also along with that you get Gemini Live, which offers even more of an immersive experience, along with one of my favorite AI feature on Android phones, that is the circle to search. Along with this, some of these OPPO AI features are genuinely useful. It's got something called AI Boundless View Multitasking Solution, which automatically suggests you to use split screen mode. For example, I was planning my trip to Dubrovnik on the Notes app and I wanted to see some suggestions on the internet, and well, the OPPO AI kicked in and gave me the suggestion to do this split screen view so I can easily browse the web, copy what I need, and then paste it on the Notes app. You can also make your favorite split screen app pairs that can let you launch all these apps by just a tap. But the sidebar offers multiple functions, including AI suggestions depending on what you're doing. For example, I absolutely love the AI speak feature. This can literally turn any text on your screen into audio that you can listen to while you do other things on your phone. So you can basically exit the browser and it can keep reading that article or a news paragraph on a website. It works really well. You can even change the speed of narration to your liking. Also, the AI Translate app can translate pretty much any document within seconds, which is crazy. And as always, the built-in AI translation tools are also pretty accurate. So if you're someone who travels a lot like me, this is gonna come in very clutch in a lot of different situations. You also get the usual AI writing tools to help you generate text by just giving a prompt, or you can also customize the existing text. You also get AI summary that can summarize pretty much any web page in seconds. AI object eraser is pretty cool, where you can remove unwanted people with just a tap. So a photo can go from this to this, which is pretty crazy. Along with this, you can remaster an image, remove reflections, and even unblur an image. Like, OPPO did not hold back when it comes to giving you pretty much every single AI feature that you should have on your phone that's gonna make your daily day-to-day life experience better. Now, something that OPPO has finally been able to do that no other brand has done is introduce proper file transfer protocol that even works with macOS. Yes, thanks to OPPO O+ Connect, you can transfer files from Find N5, including access to the file management, seamlessly without any problem, and even control the Mac wirelessly using the Find N5. All you have to do is download the OPPO O+ Connect app for the macOS, connect the Find N5 by just scanning the QR code, and boom, all your files can be managed on the Mac wirelessly. You can also remote control your PC or Mac, where the Find N5 almost becomes like a mini laptop where one half can be used as a trackpad to interact with the Mac, or you can even turn this into a keyboard. As someone who uses Mac, it's honestly a pain to connect an Android phone with a Mac OS, so thanks to OPPO O+ Connect, Find N5 finally fixes this problem. Okay, now let's finally turn our attention to those cameras on the back. This uses the main 50 megapixel lens along with a 50 megapixel 3x lens and an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. Starting with the video performance, the Find N5 shoots pretty solid looking 4K 60 FPS video out of the main lens. And same thing for the 3x zoom, it's looking pretty sharp. You can zoom up to 6x while still having decent quality with the option to zoom all the way up to 18x with the video mode. As you guys know, I'm the video guy. I love to shoot videos, and honestly, the Find N5 brings a pretty consistent, crisp video performance from its cameras. One of the best things about the foldable phones in general is you can use the back camera for your selfie videos, and it's obviously going to give you the best quality. We're currently shooting in 4K 60 FPS. Now you can actually shoot 4K 30 FPS video using the main screen front camera. It looks actually pretty good for a main screen front camera, not gonna lie. Now what about photos? Well, starting with the night performance, the photos are again solid, as you can see for yourself. I like the fact that it's not going overboard with the details, giving you just the right amount of processing and sharpness you need. I was pleasantly surprised by its portrait mode performance at night, especially when you're using the 3x lens, you're definitely getting that sharp result. OPPO has genuinely done a very solid job when it comes to portraits. I mean, look at these daytime portrait shots. It even separated the hair stand of my knees beautifully. Let me know what you think about these portrait mode performance in the comment section below. Now, as I said, one of the best things about using a foldable phone is being able to take back camera selfies that will always give you more detail than a standard smartphone's front camera. Plus, you can also use that ultra wide angle lens for selfies as well. Speaking of the ultra wide, while the image performance is looking pretty decent thanks to its good processing, I honestly wish that it was coming at 12 megapixel resolution. I also love the fact that when you're using the high 50 megapixel mode for taking photos, the HDR performance still remains pretty top notch, similar to the 12 megapixel mode, to the point where I can actually leave the mode on the 50 megapixel by default. Or in case you're wondering, as for the long range zoom, you can go from 0.6x all the way to 120x. While the 120x zoom sounds a lot, again, it is using the power of AI to make these shots actually usable. Now you also get a surprise tele macro mode which uses the telephoto lens for super ultra up close macro shots. If you utilize this in good lighting scenario, you might be surprised by just how close it gets in those details. Overall, when it comes to camera hardware, sky is the limit, but the choice they have made with this one, considering the results I've gotten on my trip and all my testing, this is genuinely a pretty solid camera setup. Again, I would have loved a higher megapixel ultra wide angle lens. Still, the overall performance has been pretty good. So what's the work rate? Well, all in all, the Find N5 definitely sets a new bar when it comes to the foldable phone durability, design, and even the display. Like, using the Find N5 makes me realize just how outdated and far Samsung is with their Galaxy Z Fold 6. It's going to be very interesting to see if any brand can top what Find N5 has done in terms of reaching these record-breaking form factor numbers. Creaseless screen along with the most elite performance on a fold thanks to the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip and a really good battery life, solid camera experience. It's almost too good to be true, but it is true. This is Find N5 bringing pretty much all of OPPO's best to the table. I'm probably gonna keep daily driving this Find N5, but I'm very curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. I personally feel OPPO has walked the talk, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new here. With that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.